welcome back to episode 8.
Manitoba Power. I'm D.
And T. A special edition hotel room here in Moose Jaw. We have day 1 of the CPU Nationals, and we had quite a few lifters here today. A total of 7 MPA athletes. Starting the day off, it was our unequipped bench only sessions. So we had 7 lifters in the session. To kick it off, we'll also be doing throughout the week. I'm going to try to get lifter interviews after the sessions, just so you can see what they had to say about their experience at this nationals, if it was their first nationals, and kind of see how their experience was and what they're going on to next. Okay, so to kick it off, in the very first session, we had the vice president and co-host, Mr. Dino. So he started off, he's also doing the 3 lift meet in a couple days. So he kind of went in, greasing the groove, and with his bench only. So yeah, coming in, he was in flight B, so it was a pretty packed meet on his end. So he started. He had a 1 for 3 meet, so maybe not the meet that he would have wanted to have. I know we had numbers that he wanted to shoot for that were a little bit higher, but he still got everything in terms of the GL score and had the performance that he needed to get kind of the awards and everything. So he ended the day off with a 152.5 kilo bench press, and that gave him first in his class and also the award of best M1 lifter. So big shout out to him. This was funny enough. This was the one interview that we weren't able to record just because he was leaving the venue as the changeover happened between session 1 and session 2. So shout out to Dino. He had a great day. And going on sharing the platform with him was Ryan Loss. So Ryan Los. But like we said before, it was Ryan win today. He had a great day. We went 3 for 3. I know he wanted a little bit more. What we typically found in this session with bench only, kind of the commands and kind of the tempo, it's all very hyper focused because it's just a bench only. So everything is kind of more fixated around those commands. It's a little bit more strict potentially, or could maybe feel that way just because you don't have the squat kind of underneath you like you would in a 3 lift meet. So, but it was his first nationals events as well. And he went 3 for 3, had a really stellar day. I was able to coach him kind of right through it, and we made some adjustments on his second attempt in order to give us a little bit more momentum going in the third, and I think that really paid off, which gave him a second overall in his category. So big congrats to him. Here's what he had to say.
We're here with Ryan Loss, and today there was no loss for him, so we call him Ryan Wins. Is this your first nationals?
It is my first nationals and my 4th competition.
Look at that. Beginner's luck, probably.
Yes, I agree.
How did the day go?
Good. Lockout command, have to be a lot more strict with those things because it is nationals, but locked it in on the second one. Got some great advice from Tommy and Dino on the second, and then third went well, and I think it's good setup for Thursday.
Perfect. So personal best, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
5 kgs.
5 kgs. Wow. Must have a good coach.
I do.
So what's next?
Well, next is Thursday 3 lift, and then Manitoba Provincials in May.
Perfect. Love to see you again on the platform. Good job today.
Thank you, sir.
Cool.
All right. And then now sharing the platform again was David Herenko. So David, as we noted in the past episode where we kind of had our summary of the lifters for Manitoba, David has 4 sessions total in this nationals, and he was out of the country, I believe, until this past Thursday. So he really didn't have a lot of training heading into it, which kind of led into some variables that were just out of his control. So he ended the day with an 80 kilo bench, which was fantastic. Give him first once again. So big congrats to him. And this is what he had to say about that. All right, we're here with David Orenko. Had a great day today. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, considering how I've been world traveling the last few weeks and been not having access to good training facilities, I think I did quite well.
Yeah, what was your training like leading into this? How many?
Well, I've been rehabbing a bad shoulder since Worlds, and
Well, you're out of the country. When did you get back from out of the country, I'll say?
Thursday.
There we go. Yeah, a little bit of explanation there.
Yes.
Yeah. But what nationals is this for you?
This is my 5th Nationals.
5th Nationals, MPA vet. MPA
Yes.
vet, yeah.
Yes.
All right, and what's next?
Well, next is 3-lift equip tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Then 3-lift classic on, I believe, Thursday. And then equip bench only on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, assuming I get a lift in each of the disciplines, then I can go to Pan Americans in July and Worlds in October.
Yeah, so a very busy man for MPA. Yeah. All right, well, great job today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
And then actually starting the day off for MPA was no one other in Platform 2 in Flight A was Dion Potapinski. And she had a fantastic day. It was a little bit of not a bumpy start, but going into it, she kind of jumped to press command with her opener. So we decided, you know what, let's redo it. Let's not overthink it. Let's go crush a second, and then we'll gain momentum in the third. And each attempt moved better and better. Okay, so she had a really good day, a really good experience in terms of her day at nationals, and was able to win first in her class and the best M2 lifter as well. So here's what she had to say.
What's your name?
Dion Potapinski.
Was this your first Nationals?
It was my first nationals, yep.
Okay, and then how did the day go?
Not exactly as I would have liked. I jumped the command on my first attempt, so had to redo that on my second, so couldn't attempt my PR. But
Perfect, okay. So you got your second and you went into your third. How did that feel?
great. It went up easier in my second.
And I see you have 2 medals.
Yeah, best lifter in Masters 2 as well as winning
Cool.
mine. Yep.
So what's next?
You know what? Just recovering from an injury and getting into a 3-lift, back to 3-lift again, and maybe try some equipped.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see you on the platform again soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, and in the second session, we actually had three MPA lifters. And to start it off, it was Jonathan Miranda. So this was his first nationals, and a great experience for him. You'll find out in terms of his summary. I'm kind of coming into it, what kind of variables he was dealing with, and he's chasing a big bench press, and it just wasn't there today, but he was able to squeak out a win in terms of finishing second in his class. It was a pretty tight race for the 74s. That's a very competitive class for him as well. So it was great to see him get second. So big congrats again to John for pulling that off. And here's what Mr. John had to say about that. All right, we're here with Jonathan Miranda, who's 74 kilo men's.
Yeah, my debut at 74.
Debut at 74.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It was okay. I made a few mistakes with eating before the competition, so I was very light. But
Okay.
other than
What'd you
that,
weigh in at?
69.47.
Yeah, that's a light 74.
Yep.
Light 74. All right, but how did today go?
Not bad. I was very hungry throughout the meet,
Yeah.
but I did come in second place, which is like not bad.
Yeah, that's a very good. And this was your
First
which
nationals.
nationals? First nationals as
nationals.
well. Yeah, so coming in second,
Yeah.
first nats, weighing 69. It's a good takeaway.
Yeah.
What are the plans for the future?
Competing at probs with the other 66s in Manitoba.
Oh, you're going down 66?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, so here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you at Provs in May.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tristan, Xavier, Carl, Vince, and Joe.
Big shout out to him. And then we'll move on to our another MPA lifter, Mr. Stefan Sulik. So Stefan had, coming into this meet, through talking with him, he knew what number he was going to load onto it, and then it was just going to be if it was there that day or if it wasn't. And kind of similar to I alluded to before, in terms of being at a national event and being in the bench press only, you got 3 attempts to kind of hit everything. So on his third attempt, he was just not able to lock those elbows to get that start command. So he just kind of timed it out with that. So a little bit of maybe not the entire day he wanted. He was still very happy with his performance, and he ended the day off with a 172.5 kilo press, which is massive. So, and he got second in his class. So, big congrats to Stefan. Here's what he had to say about his performance. All right, we're here with Stefan Sulak here after day one, kind of wrapping it up. How'd it go today?
I don't know. It went all right. I had 2 for 3. Didn't hit the last one, but what are you gonna do?
You get what we get.
Yeah. Take it. Came in thinking I was gonna load 180, and I loaded 180, and it didn't go.
Hey, well, that's just how it works some days, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
And which national is this for you?
Number 2.
Number 2.
So I did the last one in Winnipeg.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, I guess so. Right when COVID was happening.
Yeah. Exactly. So back at it, and then what's the plans from now?
I don't know. I'm just gonna go train for like 6 months. Maybe do a meet in the fall. That's about it.
Okay. We'll see you back out there.
All right.
Congrats on the medal, second place.
Thank you. Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Get some hard work.
Made the trip out to Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Alrighty, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Woo. Then we'll end this summary with Daniel Harishin, or Daniel Rischishin, I'll say. Or as I come to learn, he really liked Dino's rotisserie chicken as well. So Mr. Daniel Rotisserie Chicken. A lot of variables coming in to this meet with him in terms of whose competitors are going to be him knocking on the national, the current national record for his class for the 93 kilos, which is currently 222.5 kilograms. So for a 93 kilo bencher, that is, for any bencher, that's massive. But for 93 kilos, that's a massive bench. So he was playing with, he really wanted to chase that. He really wanted to break that barrier, but also there was a potential best lifter in terms of an open category, which is incredibly tough to get, as well as his competitors and in his class and what they were doing, right? So there was a little bit more variables with Daniel in terms of, and his coach James, of what to monitor. But he ended the day going 3 for 3 and hitting a 220 kilo bench, which again is huge. He just competed it at the Brickhouse one in February, and he hit 218 there. And then he chipped away at it, hitting that 220 at a national meet, at his first national meet as well. So huge congrats. Great progression for him in terms of, if you look up his meets and how he's progressed, it's very consistent. And now those gaps in his performance and those kind of personal bests are getting smaller, but they're still going up. So it's great to see in terms of on the big stage what he can do. And it moved well. It moved well as well. As if you follow Daniel's training, a lot of when he gets over kind of that 200 kilograms, they all move pretty similar. So I can definitely say that 223 is right around the corner. He's gonna be knocking that or blowing through that ceiling pretty soon. And that gave him, now once again, he improved upon his last meet. We touched upon it a little bit during the Brickhouse summary, but in terms of at this meet, that finished him with 104.09 GL points. So that's the highest GL point score ever in MPA history. We've been blessed with a bunch of phenomenal performances these last 4 months now. So it's fantastic to see in MPA in terms of and powerlifting in Manitoba how we're getting more and more competitive as a whole. All the lifters are doing amazing. And for him, even though it was a bench only, and but that GL equation and how they kind of compute what those GL scores are, they take into account the factor that it is a one lift event. So when comparing it to a 3 lift GL point, those factors are taken into consideration as well. So 104.09 GL point performance is absolutely phenomenal, and he's a top tier bencher, and that kind of solidified his position to go to Worlds as well as a 93 kilo open. So he's really excited, rightfully so. He was really happy with his performance. Here's what he had to say.
Insert wind tunnel sound effect.
Okay, I'm here with with Daniel. So yeah, how is this your first nationals?
Yeah, first nationals, first gold at nationals, and it's just good to be here. 5th meet ever, and we're blazing ahead.
Very good, very good. And how are you feeling after your third bench there? How did it feel?
Exhausted and out of my mind on pre-workout. So, kind of everything at once. It's good.
Very good, very good. And how was the overall experience? How was like the venue, the environment? How did that kind of feel?
It is absolutely insane to see how strong some people are, like relative to myself. It is an amazing environment here. They did an incredible job setting up, and I think it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah. So awesome. Congrats.
What's next? Worlds. We got North Americans. We're going to go Panama. 1 week vacation out there. Get that sweet jacket. And then we're going to go to Poland for Worlds. Easy stuff.
I forgot about.
Oh, second place GL. Unfortunately,
It was within. It was
Yeah.
very close. So it came down to last lift. Obviously, Shane Martin's a very good lifter, but he's a heavier lifter. He'll always have the advantage. We loaded up as much as we could, but he just chipped us and took home first. But unfortunately, we'll be back bigger and stronger next time. So, what did you end up benching?
220 kilos, not bad. Pretty good. I wanted the 223, but with today's commands, kind of holding at the top for 4 seconds, pausing at the bottom for 2 seconds, we made the safer bet for the 220 play. Obviously, not the best GL score here, but to lose to Shane Martin, who is just a god of a human being, I'm more than happy to take that.
Very nice. Congrats. Boom. Peace.
And so to summarize, in MPA's first day at CPU Nationals here in Moose Jaw in 2025, we had 4 firsts and 3 second place finishes. And along with that, we had to Daniel, he got second overall open lifter in the bench press. And then we had two best overall masters with Dion and Dino. So a great showing for the first day and kind of setting that standard for MPA athletes to kind of build off on. And then going on to day 2. So day 2, we're going to have Jessie Rivard. So she's a sub junior in the 84 kilo category. She's going to be on platform 1 for you guys to tune in at. Her lifting starts at 1:15 p.m. In the second session of that day, and then we'll also have David once again hitting the platform. A quick turnaround for him. He's going to be on platform 1 in the second session of the third session of the day. Sorry. Third session of the day, lifting for him starts at 5:30, and he is going to be on platform 1 in the M3 66 kilo equipped category. So that's going to be his 3 lift meet for the equipped. And then on platform 2, it's going to be Franz Mayo, and he is going to be in the 66 kilo junior category. And he's on platform 2, so lifting is going to start at 5:30 for him as well. All those kind of live stream links are available on the CPU Nationals YouTube page and the YouTube channel, so you can look that up. Keep following along. I'll be posting these kind of summaries daily, as well as having as many lifter interviews as I can with quick turnarounds. And say with athletes getting tested, that can be a pretty lengthy process. So I may not be able to get every single lifter. I'm going to try my best after every session if we can just do a quick recap with them. But yeah, to summarize, day one was a fantastic outing. A bench only session that they're a little bit quicker, so it's good for lifters when they see that opportunity to kind of that can get you to an international meet, right? There may not be as many, and that's a good opportunity. It's available to you, to all lifters that have that qualifying total. And we saw that again with some sub juniors that they're competing back to back in terms of they competed today on day one, and then they have 3 lift tomorrow, day 2. But if they're the only ones in their session, then they can maybe take it a little bit easier. They're not going to push the gas pedal to the floor as hard. But if they're the only one in their session, that gives them a ranking that they can go to international meets. Okay. But yeah, once again, a great outing. A great outing for Manitoba on day 1. And we'll see you tomorrow on day 2. Thanks for watching. It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the